Hi everyone, welcome to Unmuted Fridays. So today we will discuss around a very strong contender in the ERP ecosystem, which is ACP S4HANA Public Cloud Edition, or people call it sometimes Cloud Public Edition. So this appeared and launched by ACP around a couple of years back, and this is gaining popularity day by days. Everyone is very interested to evaluate it, to use it, specifically around the mid-market segment. And today, I am Shubhajit, VP Sales of Apps Connect, and with me, I have Kaushik, who is Head of Pre-Sales at Apps Connect. And we are going to discuss and debunk some of the information around S4HANA Public Cloud. So I have some questions I will start asking Kaushik because he has, Kaushik, you have invested quite a lot of time recently in
Right.
S4HANA
Right.
Public Cloud. Setting up the environment, evaluating the features and functionalities, the modules, integrating S4HANA with external applications. So you did all these research. So I
Right.
get you. I understand that you have deeper insights now
Right.
in S4HANA Public Cloud. Though you have quite a lot of experience in ERP, particularly if we talk about SAP, SAP ECC, SAP S4HANA on-prem, NetSuite. But S4HANA Public Cloud, as we know, is a little bit different from these. So today I have few questions that I'd like to ask. So what are the primary difference between S4HANA Public Cloud Edition, S4HANA Private Cloud or On-Premise, and SAP ECC6?
Correct. Very nice question. So primarily the difference is the deployment. If you talk about public cloud, it is hosted, the complete infrastructure will be given by SAP. Okay. If it is private cloud, in that case, the infrastructure that the customer or end customer that they have to provide, and ECC again on-premise or maybe cloud, maybe it is hosted on AWS or Google Cloud, wherever. So the responsibility completely falls upon the customer side. Second is the cost. Upfront cost for ECC and S4HANA on-premise is bit higher because they require infrastructure. In case of public cloud, it is completely given by SAP. So they are actually offering this subscription. That's why the upfront cost is very less. Okay. And third is, if you have a large business or mid-sized business and you have lots of business specific requirement where you need a customization, in that case you have to go with on-premise or SAP S4HANA on-premise. Okay. And if you have less customization and minimalistic business specific requirement, in that case I would propose that you should go ahead with public cloud because your go-to-market time is going to be very less. Okay, and the most important thing is that a complete infrastructure team, that is again a huge cost for you.
Mhm.
So if you have a budget limitation and you are running a enterprise, in that case, public cloud is obviously it's a very good choice, very good choice and useful, obviously. Update. Now for update, if it is hosted on cloud and SAP is managing everything, so version control is also something is falling under the SAP's responsibility. But in case of on-premise, it is completely your part that you have to periodically check whether the update has the SAP has released. I have to update that like that. So these are some differences that we have observed. ECC is okay, but ECC has a significant learning curve. Okay, in case of S4 HANA, whether it is public cloud or on-premise, the user interface is very interactive, and that's why your learning curve is going to be very less. But again, it is huge.
So, you covered some areas, and I do have questions around that. Around support, you mentioned about user interface. You mentioned about the use case of S4HANA Public Cloud in mid-market. Customization, that if the organizations, they have huge customization need, business specific requirements, they need to choose S4HANA on-prem instead of public cloud. So I will touch upon those subjects. But first, next question that I have is when you mention S4HANA public cloud, and if we compare it with S4HANA on-premise, we know that there are core modules, but is there any gap in terms of the core modules and how it being used between these two systems?
No. So honestly speaking, from ECC to S4HANA on-premise to S4HANA on cloud, they have across the platform, they have given all the functionalities, all the modules. The only difference is that in case of ECC, you have to use T code. For S4HANA as well, you can use a T code, but this is optional. You have a complete UI where somebody can come and choose from the list of menus. So module wise, yes, procurement is there across the platform. Human resource management is there. Then inventory is there. Sales module is there. Finance is, I think everything is covered. I mean, there is no difference.
So fundamentally, the core module wise, there is no gap.
No gap.
But functional and UI use case wise, it is much more user friendly, easy to use, has less learning curve. So the next question is how scalable this platform is for growing businesses. Because growing businesses, they may not have that much data. They may start with, let's say, 500 items, and they start with, let's say, few orders a day. But since they have a growth aspiration, they will grow very fast. And they will, in no time, their, let's say, 10 orders can become 1,000 orders a day. So how scalable S4HANA public cloud, considering it's a SaaS solution?
Right. It's a very good question. So if you talk about SAP, ECC, S4HANA, whether it is on-premise or on cloud, the primary target segment is manufacturing. When you are in manufacturing, then this is a perfect fitment for you. You have a procurement department. They are procuring the raw materials, and from there they are preparing the finished goods, and from there it is shipping to multiple channels like Amazon or maybe brick and mortar stores and everywhere. So for this segment, SAP, S4HANA and ECC is suitable. Now for scalability, if you have started and if you have a less order amount, order quantity and less number of products, in that case, it is suggested that you should go ahead with the public cloud, because as I said, upfront cost is very less. Number one. Number two is that it is subscription based, and number three is that any point of time you can shift from on cloud to on premise. In future, maybe in 3 or 4 years, you find that you need a huge customization. In that case, the same instance, not same instance, the migration process is there. So you can migrate that to on cloud to on premise, so that you can shift it to your environment.
Okay.
Like that.
And I think in this way, the SAP Business One and SAP by Design customer who has outgrown in terms of the data, in terms of complexity, they have a good choice if they choose S4HANA public cloud.
Right.
They also have a choice to move to S4HANA on-prem, depending on their customization needs, depending on their complexity. So if their business process is more or less standard, they can go with public cloud. And if they have that kind of customization within their business one, they can move to and they can choose S4HANA on-premise. So they now have more flexibility in their hand, I believe, which has given empowered by SAP to these users.
True.
So the next question that I have is, we know that with public cloud, we get a new UI technology, which is SAP Fiori.
Right.
So it's a new UI technology. So how Fiori enhance the user experience in S4HANA public cloud?
Okay. So as I said earlier, earlier in ECC, the main challenge, I think SAP has already observed and got the market feedback. Based on that, what they have done, they have shifted this whole interface into a separate app. This app we call Fury app. And the complexities, they have shifted in multiple other apps like SAP CBC, that is Central Business Configuration, then cloud authentication. These are all separate. Now, the only part that SAP Fury app is managing is the day-to-day user interaction. Like you want to create a customer or business partner or company contact person, that you can create in Fury app. You can, and that is easily visible. I mean, in your desktop only, it will be a tab, or it will be a widget where you can click and that window will open. Okay, so in that way, the complexity part for the normal users who are not technically sound, or who are actually the domain specific experts, they are going to be I mean, that is going to be very useful when they will use Fury app. So that is actually a big shift. I will say. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. So now we'll move to in terms of, I think, customization and industry specific needs. So when you explored public cloud, have you seen any ready-made template specific to different industry within S4HANA public cloud, or can it be customized to meet the industry specific needs?
So there are two categories of customization. One is data related. So if you establish, or if you configure SAP ECC or S4HANA or public cloud, you have to start from the beginning. That is organizational structure. So under this organizational structure, there can be sales area, there can be plans, and so many things. Okay. So this basic thing is there already. This is a data level. Now, suppose if you have business specific customizations, in that case, they have opportunities in public cloud, but it is less. Reporting side, you can create your custom reports again by using CDS, but again, I would say the opportunity or customization opportunity in public cloud is maybe 30% in compared to on-premise.
S4HANA
On-premise. Yeah.
But I think SAP public cloud, S4HANA public cloud is created with that in mind. That,
that notion actually.
The mid-market, the SMEs, they can launch and they can go in production very fast with the standard configuration without much complexities.
And without minimalistic upfront cost.
Correct. So I'll move to the next question. That when we know that nowadays organizations use multiple best of breed applications,
right?
So S4HANA public cloud meets one need, that is the back office ERP and accounting system. But apart from that, there are a lot of other business specific needs, like if it's a manufacturing, they want to launch their D2C brand. They may have a wholesale through maybe using Salesforce or similar CRM. They may be using marketing automation, supply chain management solutions, warehouse management systems, maybe selling on Amazon. So nowadays, every organization has multiple sales channel, multiple supply chain systems, shipping solution, warehouse management, 3PL, drop shipping, a lot of complexities nowadays. And that makes the business, I would say, cutting edge and modern, but that require a lot of integration requirement, and that has integration. So public cloud, does it integration capable, and if so, how we can integrate it very easily with third-party applications?
Very nice question. Actually, this is a big shift of SAP from ECC to S4HANA public cloud or on-premise. So in ECC, unlimited protocols that SAP used to offer to integrate, and it was quite a complex thing to integrate a module with the external applications. When you shift to S4HANA, they have given so many protocols, even OData, then OAuth2 authentication, everything they have provided, whatever you want to choose. So that opportunity that they have given to you, it is your choice which authentication method. So security part is completely your choice, and SAP has given a complete list of security protocols and security options that you can be able to choose. And particularly for your organization, whatever the policies that you have set, accordingly you can choose that. Number one. Number two is that integration options is again user specific. You can define for a specific user. You can define certain list of modules or certain list of scopes that you can open for a specific user, or maybe some other user you can limit to that. So that maybe when you are connecting to your SAP Salesforce channel, in that case you might require the sales order, deal, and the contact and businesses. So you can define for a specific user, and you can define the scope for that particular user, so that whenever from that channel, if any other module is being tried to access, they will not be able to do that. On the other hand, if they are selling in e-commerce stores like Shopify or maybe in other stores, in that case you can specify the customer's module, so that when they try to create a contact, they cannot be able to do that. So that level of security you can define in SAP S/4HANA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that concludes the questions that I have. I believe the users who are watching us, they get a deeper insight on S/4HANA Public Cloud. Stay tuned with our channel to see more such insightful videos that we will be launching in upcoming weeks. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Sobhajit. Thank you.